7 teas that can help control diabetes better than pills. Living with diabetes often feels like a long list of restrictions. Doctors warn us to stay away from sodas, juices, and those so-called energy or sports drinks loaded with sugar. And yes, avoiding them is important. But here's the good news. Cutting sugar doesn't mean cutting out flavor. In fact, there's a simple natural drink that not only keeps you refreshed, but may also help steady your blood sugar. Tea. Tea isn't just warm comfort in a cup. It's naturally free of carbs, packed with antioxidants, and has been studied for its surprising benefits in people with type 2 diabetes. These antioxidants fight off harmful free radicals that damage cells and increase the risk of heart disease and diabetes. And research shows something even more exciting. Drinking just 3 or more cups of tea a day has been linked to a lower risk of developing diabetes altogether. So in this video, we're going to uncover 7 powerful teas that could help control blood sugar, sometimes working even better than pills. 1. Green tea may help you lose weight. Green tea has been celebrated for centuries, and when it comes to diabetes, this humble drink deserves a closer look. Many people think of green tea as just another calming beverage, but science is showing us that it may hold far more power than most pills. Imagine this: 1 cup of green tea carries only 2.5 calories, no sugar, no fat, and no carbs. That already makes it a guilt-free choice for anyone with diabetes. But what makes it truly special is a powerful compound called EGCG, or epigallocatechin gallate. This is not just a fancy scientific word. It's a natural antioxidant that works inside your body in ways that directly connect to blood sugar control and weight management. One of the hardest battles in diabetes is weight. Extra body fat, especially around the waist, is one of the strongest risk factors for developing type 2 diabetes. Research shows that obesity increases the risk of diabetes by at least 6 times, which is staggering. This is where green tea steps in. A long-term study found that people who drank green tea regularly for over 10 years had lower body fat and smaller waistlines compared to those who did not. Think about that. It was not a fad diet or an expensive treatment, but something as simple as a daily cup of tea. Green tea helps the body use energy more efficiently, and part of this is linked to how EGCG improves the way our cells handle glucose. By making it easier for muscle cells to absorb glucose from the bloodstream, green tea reduces those dangerous sugar spikes after meals and helps prevent insulin resistance from getting worse. Beyond blood sugar, there's also the gentle caffeine in green tea, about 28 milligrams per cup according to the Mayo Clinic. This is far less than coffee, but just enough to give you a boost in energy and focus without the jittery crash. For someone who feels sluggish in the afternoon, sipping a cup of green tea can lift your energy naturally, while at the same time protecting your metabolism. It's like getting 2 benefits in one, feeling more awake and giving your body a natural tool to fight diabetes. Another important point is that green tea may actually lower blood glucose levels directly. Reviews of multiple studies suggest that both green tea and green tea extracts have shown consistent benefits in reducing fasting blood sugar and supporting insulin sensitivity. That means your body can process sugar more smoothly without needing to pump out extra insulin. For people already struggling with type 2 diabetes, this is critical because it addresses the root of the disease rather than just masking the symptoms the way some medications do. So the next time you reach for a drink in the afternoon, skip the sugary options and steep a cup of green tea. It might feel small, but these small choices are what add up to real health. And in the fight against diabetes, sometimes the simplest habits turn out to be the most powerful medicine. 2. Black tea may help reduce insulin resistance. Black tea is often thought of as the stronger, darker cousin of green tea, but the truth is, they both come from the very same plant. The difference lies in how the leaves are processed. While green tea is steamed or pan-heated to keep its fresh, grassy flavor, black tea goes through full oxidation, giving it that rich color and bold taste many people enjoy in the morning. And here's where it gets interesting. Even though it is processed differently, black tea carries many of the same benefits for blood sugar control as green tea And in some ways, it may even go further in helping with diabetes management. One of the most powerful effects of black tea is its role in reducing insulin resistance. For people with type 2 diabetes, insulin resistance is one of the main challenges. The body produces insulin, but the cells no longer respond to it effectively, leaving blood sugar high. Some studies suggest that compounds in black tea act almost like natural insulin, helping the body use glucose more efficiently. A review published in 2019 highlighted that drinking black, green, or oolong tea was linked with a reduced risk of developing diabetes and its complications. This same review pointed out that tea may help calm down inflammation in the body, which is important because chronic inflammation makes insulin resistance even worse. By lowering inflammation and improving the way cells respond to insulin, black tea may give the body a fighting chance to regain balance. Human studies are also starting to show exciting results. In 2017, a small study looked at people with pre-diabetes and those without diabetes. After consuming sugar, the group that drank black tea had better control of their blood glucose compared to those who did not. This may seem like a small detail, but it is huge when you think about the daily life of someone living with diabetes. Every single meal and every snack has the potential to push blood sugar higher. Having a simple, natural drink like black tea to blunt those spikes can make a meaningful difference over time. Black tea is more than just a warm cup with a strong flavor. It is a drink filled with natural compounds that can help calm inflammation, improve insulin sensitivity, and even reduce the way your body absorbs carbs. For seniors managing diabetes, this is a simple tool that requires no prescription, no complicated instructions, and no high cost. It is a small daily choice that can build powerful, long-term results. So, the next time you want something to sip alongside your meal, consider black tea. It is not just about taste or comfort. It is about giving your body one more chance to handle blood sugar in a healthier way. Over time, those small decisions become the foundation for real change. 3. Chamomile tea may make you sleepy. Chamomile tea is one of those gentle, calming drinks that many people turn to when they want to relax before bed. Unlike green or black tea, chamomile is not made from tea leaves at all, but from the dried flowers of the chamomile plant. That is why it is naturally caffeine-free, making it a perfect evening drink. For people living with diabetes, good sleep is not a luxury, it is essential. Studies from the CDC have shown that even a single night of poor sleep can reduce how well your body uses insulin the very next day. That means your blood sugar levels may rise, even if you did not eat anything unusual. Over time, poor sleep creates a dangerous cycle, raising inflammation, increasing cravings, and making diabetes harder to control. This is why chamomile tea is more than just a soothing bedtime ritual. It may be a natural tool for better blood sugar control. But the benefits of chamomile tea go beyond sleep. It has been linked to improved insulin sensitivity and better glucose management. In other words, it can help your cells respond more effectively to insulin, lowering blood sugar in a natural way. A study published in 2018 focused on people with type 2 diabetes who drank chamomile tea 3 times a day after meals for 8 weeks. The results were encouraging. These participants showed improvements not only in insulin resistance but also in markers of inflammation. That means chamomile tea did not just make them feel calmer, it actually helped their bodies manage diabetes at a deeper level. Chamomile is also rich in antioxidants, which reduce oxidative stress. Oxidative stress is like a slow burn in the body, caused by unstable molecules that damage cells and worsen diabetes complications over time. By lowering oxidative stress, chamomile may protect blood vessels, nerves, and organs from the long-term damage that often follows years of high blood sugar. Chamomile studies even suggest that chamomile can slow down or prevent complications of diabetes, such as kidney or eye damage. While more research in humans is needed, the early evidence is strong enough to consider chamomile tea a safe and supportive option. So chamomile tea is not just about drifting off to sleep. It is about giving your body the deep rest it needs to fight inflammation, use insulin more effectively, and recover from the daily stresses that come with managing diabetes. Every sip is a reminder that health is built not only from what you eat, but also from how well you rest. For many people with diabetes, something as simple as a calming cup of chamomile tea at night could be the missing piece that helps bring blood sugar back into balance. Before we move on, I want to pause for a moment with you. Living with health challenges can sometimes feel lonely, but you are not alone here. If something in today's video has touched your heart, I invite you to share one word that reflects how you feel right now in the comments. Or tell us a part of your journey with blood sugar, the struggles, and the little victories. Your story might bring light to someone else walking the same path. And if you'd like to explore more gentle tools to support your health, I've placed some helpful resources in the description. Feel free to check them out whenever you're ready. 4. Ginger tea lowered fasting blood glucose in studies. Ginger tea is one of those drinks that wakes up your senses the moment you take a sip. It has that spicy kick, a warming comfort, and for many people it feels like medicine for the soul. But beyond its flavor, ginger has been studied for its powerful effects on blood sugar control, making it an excellent option for people with diabetes. This is not just a home remedy passed down through generations. Modern science is backing it up with real evidence. Another small but meaningful study in 2015 followed people with type 2 diabetes who were not on insulin. They took ginger supplements for 3 months, and the results were impressive. Their blood sugar control improved significantly compared to those who did not take ginger. This is important because it shows that ginger can make a measurable difference even without medication changes. For many seniors living with diabetes, where medications can be overwhelming and side effects are common, adding something as natural and gentle as ginger tea can be a supportive step toward better control. Scientists believe ginger works in several ways. One is by inhibiting certain enzymes that break down carbohydrates in the digestive system. When this process slows down, sugar enters the bloodstream more gradually, avoiding sharp spikes after meals. Another way ginger helps is by improving insulin sensitivity, which means your body can use the insulin it produces more effectively. This allows more glucose to move from the blood into the muscle and fat tissues, where it can be used for energy rather than building up in the bloodstream. In simple terms, ginger helps the body become more efficient at handling sugar, which is exactly what people with diabetes need. The benefits of ginger go even further. It is known for its anti-inflammatory and antioxidant properties, which are crucial because diabetes is often described as a state of chronic inflammation. Inflammation makes it harder for insulin to work and increases the risk of complications like heart disease, kidney damage, and nerve problems. By calming inflammation and reducing oxidative stress, ginger may help protect the body from these long-term consequences. Of course, ginger tea is not a magic cure, and it will not replace your medications overnight, but it is a safe, natural, and enjoyable way to support your health. A warm cup of ginger tea in the morning or after a meal not only soothes digestion, but may also help keep your blood sugar in check. Over time, these small choices add up, creating a healthier foundation for managing diabetes without relying only on pills. So while that spicy zing might surprise you at first, remember that ginger tea is doing much more than warming your throat. It is helping your body process sugar, reduce inflammation, and improve insulin sensitivity. And when you are living with diabetes, those benefits are not small. They can make the difference between constant struggle and real progress. 5. Hibiscus tea may help lower blood pressure. When most people think of tea for diabetes, hibiscus is not usually the first one that comes to mind. Yet this ruby red drink has been quietly gaining attention not just for its refreshing taste, but also for its potential to help with some of the most serious health issues tied to diabetes. The flavor of hibiscus tea is naturally tart, almost like cranberries, and many people find it incredibly satisfying, either warm or chilled. But what really makes it special is not only how it tastes, but what it does inside your body. One of the most common and dangerous complications of diabetes is heart disease. The National Institute of Diabetes and Digestive and Kidney Diseases has long warned that people living with diabetes have a higher chance of developing cardiovascular problems, including heart attack and stroke. This happens because high blood sugar over time damages the blood vessels and makes them less flexible, forcing the heart to work harder. That is why controlling not only blood sugar but also blood pressure is so critical. This is where hibiscus tea shines. Researchers have studied its impact on blood pressure, and the results are promising. In one study, drinking just 8 ounces of hibiscus tea twice a day for a month led to a significant reduction in systolic blood pressure in people with diabetes. Systolic blood pressure is the top number in your blood pressure reading, and it tells you the force of blood against your artery walls each time your heart beats. When this number is too high, your heart is under constant strain, increasing the risk of a heart attack. For people already living with diabetes, who are naturally more vulnerable to heart problems, this reduction is not just good news, it could be life-changing. But beyond the numbers, think about how this plays out in daily life. Imagine having better blood pressure control without relying only on more pills. Imagine giving your heart less strain and your blood vessels more protection just by adding a simple tea to your day. That is why hibiscus tea is more than just a pleasant drink. It is a reminder that nature offers us tools we sometimes overlook. Of course, it is not a cure, and it should not replace prescribed medications. Meditation, but as part of a balanced diet and healthy lifestyle, hibiscus tea has the potential to support the body in ways that are gentle, yet meaningful. For seniors living with diabetes, every small choice adds up, and something as simple as choosing hibiscus tea over a sugary beverage could make a real difference over time. 6. Rooibos tea may help slow the progression of diabetes. Rooibos tea is not as well known as green or black tea, but it deserves a place in any conversation about diabetes-friendly drinks. This herbal tea comes from the leaves of a shrub grown in South Africa, and for generations, people there have enjoyed it for its smooth taste and natural sweetness. What makes Rooibos tea stand out, however, is not only the fact that it is naturally caffeine-free, but also the growing evidence that it may help slow the progression of diabetes. Although more studies are needed, some laboratory research has already shown interesting results. In certain studies, Rooibos tea was linked to possible benefits in weight loss. Now, why does this matter? Because weight loss is one of the biggest factors when it comes to delaying or even preventing type 2 diabetes. Research clearly shows that even a modest amount of weight loss can make a huge difference in how the body handles sugar. For those who already have type 2 diabetes, losing some extra weight can also improve blood sugar control and reduce the risk of the disease getting worse over time. That alone makes Rooibos tea worth considering. Earlier studies also give us hope. Research in 2009 done on mice with type 2 diabetes found that aspartame improved glucose intolerance, which is the body's difficulty in processing sugar properly. If this effect translates to people, it could mean real help for those struggling with blood sugar swings. Human studies are more limited, but one from 2011 showed that drinking Rooibos tea lowered LDL cholesterol, often called the bad cholesterol, as well as triglycerides, which are another type of fat in the blood linked to heart disease. The catch, of course, is that the participants had to drink about 6 cups a day to get these results. That amount might not be practical for everyone, but it does show that the compounds in Rooibos can have measurable effects inside the body. So when you think about Rooibos tea, do not just see it as another herbal option. Think of it as a possible ally in managing diabetes. It may help with weight control, support healthier blood sugar levels, and even improve cholesterol and heart health over time. While we wait for more human studies, the evidence so far is exciting enough to give Rooibos tea a spot in your kitchen. For seniors living with diabetes, it is one more small, natural choice that could add up to big health benefits over the years. 7. Peppermint tea. Peppermint tea may seem simple, but this refreshing herbal drink holds more power than most people realize, especially for those managing diabetes. One of the biggest hidden challenges of living with diabetes is stress. Stress does not only affect how you feel in the moment, it directly impacts your blood sugar. When you are under pressure, your body releases stress hormones like cortisol and adrenaline. These hormones make your liver release more glucose into your bloodstream, which can cause spikes in blood sugar levels that are harder to bring down. That is why stress management is often just as important as diet or exercise when it comes to controlling diabetes. This is where peppermint tea can be surprisingly helpful. The natural compounds in peppermint leaves have a calming effect on the nervous system, helping the body relax. When you feel calmer, your blood sugar tends to be easier to control. This is good news for your A1C, which is the average of your blood sugar levels over a few months. Research has shown that lowering stress can improve A1C, making peppermint tea more than just a soothing evening drink. It can actually be part of your diabetes care routine. What is also great about peppermint tea is how safe and easy it is to add to your daily routine. Unlike teas that contain caffeine, peppermint tea is naturally caffeine-free. That means you can enjoy it in the evening without worrying about it keeping you awake. In fact, some people even find it helps them sleep better, which is another key factor in blood sugar control. Just one night of poor sleep can make your body less sensitive to insulin, leading to higher blood sugar levels the next day. So, drinking a cup of peppermint tea at night can be a relaxing ritual that also supports your health in more ways than one. Of course, peppermint tea is not a magic cure. It will not replace healthy eating, exercise, or medication if you need it. But think of it as a gentle helper, a small daily choice that can make managing diabetes just a little easier. The combination of stress relief, relaxation, and better sleep adds up over time. For seniors living with diabetes, who often juggle both physical symptoms and emotional stress, a warm cup of peppermint tea can feel like comfort for both the body and mind. It is a natural, affordable, and enjoyable way to support health without side effects. So the next time you feel your stress rising, or you are winding down at the end of a long day, reach for a cup of peppermint tea. It is more than just a pleasant flavor. It is a simple tool that could help keep your blood sugar steady and your mind at peace. At the end of the day, tea can be one of the simplest and most comforting ways to support your blood sugar. The key is to keep it pure and sugar-free. Whether you reach for green, black, herbal, or one of the teas we talked about today, the real benefits come when you drink them without adding sweeteners or creamers that work against your health goals. And if you are sensitive to caffeine, try to enjoy your tea earlier in the day so it does not interfere with your sleep, because good rest is just as important for blood sugar as what you eat or drink. Think of tea as more than just a warm drink. It is a small daily choice that can add up to big changes over time. So here's to sipping your way to better health one cup at a time. And if you are curious about other foods and drinks that can help balance your blood sugar, make sure to watch the next video on our channel. You'll discover more simple and delicious ways to take control of diabetes naturally.